Augustus. Partizan Belgrade just dropped a worldwide transfer bomb. Mika Muurinen, out of nowhere, left the US high school and went to sign with Partizan to a 3-year deal. That's crazy. I had the brief chat with a few sources, scouts, agents. They were shocked. They thought that it was fake news. They still couldn't overcome the news, at least last night. And everyone was surprised. What was your initial reaction as well?
I remember I saw this first report like 2 days ago, Thursday evening. And I was like, why would he do that? That was my initial reaction. I thought it was just another rumor that we have in the summer, that never really...
I was like, oh, wow, that's insane. But why? Exactly the same question. Why for Muurinen, not for Partizan? I don't think that this whole story is about Partizan. So it's more about Muurinen, making this move. Because I don't see Partizan risking anything.
No, they're not risking anything.
Exactly. The kid is actually risking quite a lot, I guess. Potentially. I don't know. Maybe not.
I'm not sure because Partizan, they get all the hype around their team. You signed one of the most promising European prospects in a couple of years. We saw the hype he created just now, a couple of weeks ago in the Eurobasket. So you get Partizan becomes a must-watch TV when they already were one of the most watched teams in the EuroLeague. And for the kid, I can understand from one point because playing high school basketball for another year, he's dominating there. He doesn't have anything to do here. Now in Partizan, you have the best coach, in basketball, Željko Obradović, teaching you for the whole year. And for his development, I think it's a great thing to focus on basketball, while maybe in the USA, he would be more focused on just getting the best deal, visiting schools, choosing the university, and maybe focusing on his highlights more, not playing real basketball because he's dominating there in the high school. Now he has to play with real grown men in practices, listen to Željko, and play against adults in ABA League or in the EuroLeague. The one question is how much time he's going to get apart from the practices, because it's like fourth power forward. He is the fourth power forward right now. Okay, maybe you can think about Pokuševski there, the third power forward, but there is Jabari Parker, there is Dylan Ossetkovski at the
Isaac
center.
Bonga can play as a 4 as well.
Isaac Bonga can play as a 4, although... And Sterling Baum was playing as a 3 a lot last season, and he was playing great, so Bonga had to move between the positions. So
now they have Sheikh Milton, so
I don't know. How much playing time is Mika going to get in Partizan, actually? Maybe only in the ABA League and a couple of minutes in the EuroLeague.
Yeah, I wouldn't be Lithuanian if I wasn't skeptical at first. Because for the reasons you also mentioned, playing time, I don't see much playing time opportunities. Željko Obradović is a GOAT in European basketball in coaching, but at the same time, he's so demanding and he doesn't care if you're the NBA veteran coming to Europe, local Serbian prospect playing for Partizan, anybody else, you have to earn minutes through playing disciplined, high IQ basketball, making team first plays.
The right plays.
Right plays and being patient. I mean, all the things I mentioned are quite opposite to what Mika Muurinen is, I think, bringing, because we saw a lot of talent, but he's so raw. And usually it's quite a tough time for guys who are raw. Of course, he's going to learn a lot. That's a daily highest basketball education you can get in the world as a 12th grader that he was or still is. But, turn playing time behind Jabari Parker, Isaac Bonga, Dylan Ossetkovski, and even Pokuševski, because Pokuševski brings quite similar body and qualities that Muurinen also has. But the thing is that Pokuševski is 22, 23. He spent 4 seasons in NBA. He played 13 minutes per game last year, and he's a local player. So, that's not a very positive projection for Muurinen if he expects to play in the EuroLeague. But at the same time, my other side was like, what are you actually losing? 1 year in high school in a very questionable competition,
No, it's not a loss.
and you're getting 20 minutes per game in ABA League. You're learning daily from Željko Bradovic, and you're being among pros. I think that
Yeah.
after Eurobasket, going to his high school, he was like, come on, man, what I'm doing here in this
Exactly.
school, you know.
Wasting time.
Exactly.
Wasting time.
And he kind of got this sense of pro basketball that he can actually play and make an impact. So when this opportunity, I'm not sure how this opportunity arose, but like when it was on the table, maybe it's a smart choice to do.
So look, we are just talking ourselves into saying that for Mika is also actually a good decision, you know, because of the development, because of all that. And I remember how it was with Nikola Topic, because if we're talking about getting playing time in ABA League, getting some stats there, I remember Nikola Topic actually was like projected to go 35th in the draft before the season. Then he started balling out in ABA League like crazy. I'm not saying Mika Muurinen is going to get the same amount of minutes or touches because different positions, different situations. But Topic's stock rose like from 35th to number 3 pick in the draft in a matter of couple of months only. So, you know, when the scouts, when the teams see you hoop out against professionals in a league like ABA League, where you get some stats, get some highlights, get some good plays, your stock can rise even more. And you know, one person told me that Mika Muurinen x Željko Bradovic reality show should be televised everywhere because it's going to be so fun. It's going to be incredible. Željko's face is probably going to turn a lot of red. You know, when Mika Muurinen jumps on every fake there is defensively, like I want to see how Željko reacts when that happens like 3 times in a row or just keeps happening in every game. But I want to see this reality show, and I want to see this just development at the same time, how he's going to progress over the season.
If you do not want to miss that reality show, make sure to use the EuroLeague TV platform and to get the annual pass to save over 50% by choosing this actual plan. I'm using quite a lot streaming services, especially for sports, but I have to say honestly that it's one of the most comfortable, if not the most comfortable platforms I've used so far. You can watch any EuroLeague games with English commentary. They actually test and do some different stuff with local commentary. They do some pre-game, post-game studios on EuroLeague TV only. So EuroLeague TV is a must, especially now when we have this must-watch kids, Mika Muurinen and Partizan Belgrade.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. I've been a long-time user of this platform, so I can only recommend from my own experience. This is the best buy you can get actually before the EuroLeague season. So, and you can save over 50% by just choosing this instead of looking for other options. So go get your EuroLeague annual pass right about now.
tv.euroleague.net. So, yeah, I mean, what's actually the worst that can happen to Mika Muurinen, right? Some people, let's say some scouts think that he's not an easy kid. And he has this big confidence about himself. And we think that he is a project for Partizan, but he might think that he's bigger than that. And maybe he has expectations of contributing more. So you might face different reality over there for playing time and your role on the team. Željko Bradovic is not going to babysit you, right? So how you're going to confront the harsh criticism when Željko screams at you, and you know he won't miss any steps in your development. How he's going to react to that? Is he going to get exposed as a personality? Is he going to get exposed as a player? I mentioned he's quite raw. A lot of things has to be improved for him to be this lock for our top of the NBA draft board. I mean,
I just hope that, you know, he walks with his chest held high and the confidence screams, the aura, you know, the aura farming with the dunks just screams when you look at him. I just hope he faces obstacles and adversity the same way he does when things are going well for him. You know, he doesn't start, you know, I don't know, some fights or arguing. You know, if Željko Obradović criticizes you, or not criticizes you, but just tries teaching you things, I just hope he's open to those remarks about what he needs to improve. And I think the kid is smart enough to actually do that. So
hopefully, because I just remember those matchups in the Eurobasket. We saw him playing in 9 games. Like, I mean, it's one thing to have some splashes in the tournament where you're playing behind many other great players. And another thing is to be consistent on everything you're doing, including playing and acting off the court. And I remember this game against Serbia. Like, he was getting himself in some, you know, trash talk situations with Stefan Jovic, for instance. I don't remember the specific play, but there was also something happening between him and somebody. And, like, put that confidence and put that ego in Belgrade, in a Belgrade's derby, especially in ABA League. Especially in ABA League. There are no rules. There are no rules over there. I just hope that kid won't get burned because of his ego and actually just realizing the circumstances and the environment that he got in. So that's for sure is going to be his personality test. And it might get better or worse for the guy, because NBA people, for sure, they're going to evaluate those things as well.
But I don't understand why he chose to go the European route, because he had all the college offers that you can possibly imaginably think of. So he could have gotten,
But college is just 1 year after, right? Next summer.
Yeah, probably. So he's probably trying to get to the NBA next season. But at the same time, I don't understand, but I love that he chose to actually feel this atmosphere, play in the EuroLeague. That's great for all, for all Europe. He said that he was, weighing options between Greece and Serbia, because it's.
I'm not sure if he was actually weighing those options, because his mom just mentioned that he loved those atmospheres, specifically Panathinaikos and then Serbia. So I'm not sure that he actually had any offer from Panathinaikos.
Okay. But just playing in Serbia, and
he chose a harder way.
That actually, and
a lot as well.
That's what I said. I don't understand it, but I also like it, and I maybe even love it, this decision, because he will. That's one of the coolest experiences if you're a basketball player. He gets to feel that. He gets to go to the NBA later if everything goes well, and it should go well. So why not? Yeah. I think if you're a pure basketball hooper, then you kind of love this decision, because he gets to do both, and not many people in life get to do it. So maybe he is just looking at this from this side of things.
I like this move from the EuroLeague perspective as well. I mean, it's been so natural today that all those best prospects were choosing, as I mentioned, Australia, even Eurocup. I mean, Victor Wembanyama went to France, Metropolitans. Zachary Rissecher coming off Bourg. Ulm was a great platform. So it's either Australia, Ulm, high school, and then NCAA. And now the guy is coming back he's actually coming to the EuroLeague. And we are in a situation where the last guy who was actually drafted in the lottery coming straight from the EuroLeague was Deni Avdija. And it happened 2020. He was 9th pick by Washington. And the previous one was actually Luka Doncic in 2018 being drafted 3rd. You can say that Nikola Topic was coming off Zvezda, but he actually spent only 1 month in Zvezda before getting injured. Yeah. He built his stock in ABA League playing for Mega. So it's good for the EuroLeague. Let's see if everything goes well, if he actually gets drafted next year and really high, with playing or without playing in Partizan significant minutes, I mean, that could be a good boost for the EuroLeague, because it felt like they lost this fight for the best prospects. So that would be a huge promotion for them as well.
Oh, absolutely. For the EuroLeague, it's amazing. I hope they are already thinking about how to sell this hype. I think Eurobasket created this hype very well, and I hope EuroLeague is also starting to do the same.
And Eurobasket not only created this high, but they also locked his stock in the NBA draft. Okay, there's a lot of skepticism among the basketball people regarding this move, whether it's between agents or scouts. But some say that his performance in the Eurobasket and his just this raw talent, Eurobasket performance, these displays could have locked his place in the lottery at least. So whatever happens in Partizan, it cannot be that bad, but still he might be locked for the NBA draft. One thing that has to happen for him to get drafted next year in 2026 draft, he has to finish high school in 3 weeks. So he has to do it remotely or to do some paperwork for the high school in the US so that he could be eligible, because otherwise, by not finishing the high school or finishing it later, he will be, let's say, recognized as a draft class
as the
guys, exactly, as his classmates that going to be get graduated next year. So it's either 2026 or 2027. What's interesting that in an interview he mentioned that his goal still remains the same. He wants to go to NCAA. The guy's about the experiences, right? EuroLeague, then NCAA campus. And then to get drafted in 2027. But at the same time, he mentioned, but if good things go well, if I like it that much, I might go straight to the NBA. So basically that means that the kid still doesn't know what he wants to do. So,
and the thing is that 26 draft is super stacked, and the 27 draft is not that great.
That's a big thing, by the way.
So, if he waits one more year, he might be a top 15 pick next year, but he might be a top 5 pick the year after if he waits. So that's also a thing to consider for him, because a lot of money, these first round lottery picks, a lot of money they're getting, and it's a lot of, you're immediately starting on an insane deal if you're in a top five
and
pick.
For sure he's about to get some insane deals in the NCAA as well. So you're going to get paid by Partizan right now. You're going to get those experiences. You're going to learn from Željko Obradović. Then you go to NCAA, get all those money.
Yeah, it all makes sense now, huh? So this is what, 15, 16, 17 minutes, and then this is a great decision for Mika Muurinen.
Is he worth the hype, by the way?
Let's see. I think
this sudden decline from being hyped and inspired.
He's an insane prospect, but if we're talking about right now, I'm not sure if he's getting that much of playing time. If he can make an immediate impact in the EuroLeague on every game. I don't think so. I don't expect, constant great performances from him. But as a prospect, he's worth the hype for sure.
Okay. Let's watch. And by the way, stay tuned not only with the EuroLeague TV, but also Urbonus podcast. We're about to have a watch party on the opening EuroLeague night on Tuesday. So we're going to cover Partizan against Dubai basketball, some other games that night. We're going to post those episodes right after those games. Before that, we're having a Q&A session with our BN Plus members. So make sure to subscribe to BN Plus on basketnews.com/plus to send those questions to us, to get them responded, and just in general to get some great extra information on basketnews.com website.